There are nights when you awaken with the feeling that your soul has just whispered secrets your conscious mind refuses to hear. At this very moment, as you reflect on the dreams that visited your sleep, know that they are not merely random fragments of memory or fanciful creations of a resting brain. They are letters sent directly from the inner universe of your soul, revealing truths so profound that your waking personality prefers to keep them locked away under 7 keys in the vault of the unconscious. Edgar Cayce, the visionary who opened portals between the visible and invisible worlds, taught that dreams are windows through which we can contemplate not only the hidden secrets of the present, but also the scars and promises etched onto our soul across multiple lifetimes. When Sigmund Freud declared that dreams are the royal road to the unconscious, he was merely scratching the surface of a far vaster and more transcendent truth. Dreams are not simply reflections of repressed desires or buried fears, they are coded messages from the universe itself, attempting to awaken in you the remembrance of who you truly are and why you chose to live this earthly experience. Imagine for a moment that your soul is like an iceberg floating in the ocean of eternity. The visible part, the one you call I, represents only a tiny fraction of your true being. Below the waterline of ordinary consciousness, in the icy depths of the unconscious, reside memories of past lives, spiritual contracts made before birth, ancestral wounds that cry out for healing, and dormant talents awaiting their moment to bloom. It is into this sacred and mysterious territory that dreams plunge every night, returning with pearls of wisdom disguised as symbols, metaphors, and seemingly disconnected narratives. When you dream of a person who evokes intense and inexplicable feelings, your soul may be recognizing a companion from previous journeys. Perhaps you shared impossible loves in past lives, or perhaps you made promises to each other before incarnating again. The most vivid romantic dreams often carry echoes of relationships that transcend linear time, whispers of soulmates recognizing each other through the veils of conscious memory. It's no coincidence that you wake from these dreams with a racing heart and an inexplicable longing for someone you may have known for only a few days, or even someone who exists only in your nocturnal visions. Freud's research into the unconscious, though limited by the materialistic perspective of his time, touched upon universal truths that Edgar Cayce expanded upon through his psychic readings. Both understood that behind every psychological symptom, every seemingly irrational phobia, every inexplicable attraction or repulsion, lie root causes that extend far beyond the experiences of the current life. Your recurring dreams of drowning may be connected to a traumatic death in turbulent waters in a previous existence. That paralyzing fear of public speaking may echo a life in which you were silenced or persecuted for expressing your truths. The dream in which you find yourself caring for children with an impossible-to-explain love may be a soul memory of when you were a devoted mother in ages past. What makes dreams even more fascinating from a spiritual perspective is their ability to show not only what you try to hide from yourself, but also what your soul is trying to remember, heal, and integrate. When you dream of places you've never visited but that seem strangely familiar, when you find yourself speaking languages you've never learned, when you feel you know people you've never encountered in this life, your soul is accessing the Akashic library of your multidimensional experiences. These are not just dreams, they are cosmic therapy sessions conducted by your own spirit guides and higher selves. Dreams also serve as rehearsals for future challenges and opportunities for growth. Edgar Cayce frequently revealed that the soul uses dreams to prepare for events yet to come, processing possibilities, exploring different emotional responses, and rehearsing lessons that need to be learned. When you dream that you are facing a difficult situation with courage and wisdom, your soul is strengthening itself for similar moments in physical reality. When you dream that you forgive someone who has caused you pain, you are practicing the art of compassion that will soon be tested on your waking journey. The language of dreams is profoundly symbolic, and each symbol carries layers of meaning that connect both with your individual psyche and with universal archetypes. Water in your dreams may represent emotions, purification, rebirth, or memories of past lives connected to the aquatic element. Fire may symbolize transformation, passion, necessary destruction, or spiritual awakening. The animals that appear in your dreams often represent instinctive aspects of your nature that need to be integrated or spiritual qualities that your soul is trying to develop. A wolf might represent your wild and free nature that has been overly domesticated by society. A butterfly might symbolize your own ongoing spiritual metamorphosis. The houses that appear in your dreams are particularly revealing, as they represent different aspects of your psyche and even memories of homes from past lives. When you dream of an unfamiliar house that evokes a feeling of deep nostalgia, you may be revisiting a spiritual home or a residence from a previous incarnation. The rooms of this dream house represent different aspects of your personality. The attic may symbolize your conscious mind and lofty aspirations. The basement may represent your unconscious and hidden fears. The kitchen may symbolize emotional nourishment and transformation, and the bedroom may represent intimacy and the soul's rest. It's important to understand that not all dreams that cause discomfort or fear should be interpreted as negative. Often nightmares are courageous attempts by the soul to confront unresolved traumas, karmic patterns that need to be broken, or shadowy aspects of the personality that need to be integrated with love and understanding. When you dream you're being chased, it may be your own resistance to change that's running after you. When you dream of death, it's rarely a literal premonition, but rather a profound transformation occurring on subtle levels of your existence. Death in dreams is almost always symbolic, representing the end of a life phase, the death of old patterns that no longer serve your growth, or the rebirth of aspects of your personality that were dormant. Edgar Cayce taught that death is simply a transition, a shift from one state of consciousness to another, and in dreams we experience these symbolic little deaths that prepare us for constant rebirths throughout our evolutionary journey. Each nightmare faced with courage, each fear confronted in the safe territory of dreams, strengthens your soul for the challenges of waking life. Dreams also reveal the deepest desires of your soul, those that your conscious mind might judge as impossible or inappropriate. When you dream you're flying, it's not just a fantasy of escape, but an echo of your spiritual nature that knows it's far greater than physical limitations. When you dream of possessing extraordinary abilities, your soul may be remembering talents developed in other lives or anticipating abilities you'll develop in the future. When you dream of creating sublime art, music, or literature, you may be accessing inspirations that flow directly from higher dimensions of creativity. The relationships that unfold in your dreams frequently reveal dynamics that exist on energetic and spiritual levels, even when they're not evident in physical reality. You might dream of reconciliations with people who have passed from this life, and these dream encounters can represent genuine healings occurring on subtle planes of existence. You might dream of profound conversations with people you barely speak to in waking life, and these dream communications can reflect soul connections that transcend the limitations of superficial personality and external circumstances. There's a fundamental difference between common dreams and what Edgar Cayce called visions or spiritual dreams. Spiritual dreams possess a luminous quality, a clarity, and an emotional intensity that distinguish them from the fragmented narratives of ordinary sleep. They often bring direct messages, encounters with spiritual guides or ascended masters, visions of past or future lives, or revelations about the greater purpose of your current existence. These special dreams remain vivid in memory for years or even decades, continuing to offer insights and guidance long after they've occurred. When you have a dream that feels more real than reality itself, when you wake up with the feeling that you've just received an invaluable gift from the universe, you've likely experienced one of these spiritual visions. These dreams often occur at times of significant transition in your life, when your soul needs extra guidance, or when you're approaching a meaningful spiritual initiation. They may come as preparation for important encounters with kindred spirits, as loving warnings about upcoming challenges, or as confirmations that you're on the right path on your evolutionary journey. And here, at this moment of profound reflection on the mysteries of the soul revealed through dreams, I feel it's time to invite you to join our community of spiritual seekers. If these words are touching something deep in your heart, If you feel you've finally found someone who understands the secret language of your soul, then you need to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell, because each week, I bring revelations like this, based on the timeless teachings of Edgar Cayce and other enlightened mystics, that can completely transform your understanding of who you truly are and why you're here. Don't let these truths pass unnoticed in your life. Subscribe now, and allow these soul messages to reach you at the exact moment your soul needs to hear them. Your spiritual awakening journey deserves all the support and guidance the universe can offer. Recurring patterns in your dreams are particularly revealing of the lessons your soul is trying to learn, or the energetic blockages that need to be dissolved. If you frequently dream you're lost, your soul may be signaling that you've strayed from your true purpose in waking life. If you always dream you're late for something important, it may be a reflection of anxieties about not fulfilling spiritual contracts you made before birth. If you repeatedly dream you're unprepared for an exam or presentation, your soul may be processing fears of not being worthy of the spiritual growth you're experiencing. Dreams can also reveal talents and abilities from past lives that are ready to resurface in your current existence. When you dream you're playing an instrument masterfully, even without ever having learned music in this life, your soul may be accessing memories of an incarnation where you were an accomplished musician. When you dream you're healing people with your hands, you may be remembering lives where you were a healer, doctor, or shaman. These dreams are not purposeless fantasies. They are invitations from your soul to explore these dormant capabilities in your current life. Interpreting your dreams. A spiritual journey. Dreams, as Edgar Cayce often emphasized, are not merely random images flashing through our minds during sleep. They are integral to our spiritual evolution, each one a piece of a larger puzzle, guiding us towards self-discovery and understanding. Every dream, no matter how bizarre or seemingly nonsensical, holds fragments of wisdom that can illuminate hidden aspects of our life path. Dreams of flying might be preparing your consciousness for out-of-body experiences. Dreams where you communicate telepathically may be developing your innate psychic abilities. Dreams of visiting exotic, far-off places might be expanding your awareness to embrace the multidimensional nature of reality. The emotional quality of your dreams also offers crucial clues to your soul's energetic state. Frequent dreams filled with anxiety might indicate you're resisting necessary changes in your life. Recurring dreams of joy and celebration can signal that you're aligned with the natural flow of your spiritual growth. Dreams of profound peace and serenity often occur when you're approaching a period of greater inner stability and expansion. Encounters with archetypal figures in your dreams, wise elders, goddesses, angels, or spiritual masters, represent direct connections with higher aspects of your own consciousness or with spirit guides accompanying your journey. Don't dismiss these dream encounters as mere figments of your imagination. They are genuine opportunities to receive guidance, healing, and spiritual initiation. When a luminous being appears in your dreams, offering advice or transmitting healing energy, your soul is truly receiving these blessings on subtle levels of reality. Dreams about elements of nature, oceans, mountains, forests, storms, often reflect the inner states of your psyche and may also carry memories of past lives lived in deep connection with these natural environments. When you dream you're walking through an ancient forest, you might be accessing memories of an existence where you lived in harmony with nature, perhaps as a druid, shaman, or tribal healer. When you dream of the ocean, you may be connecting with the primordial wisdom of emotions and memories of lives lived in coastal civilizations, or even Atlantis, as Edgar Cayce often suggested. The colors that predominate in your dreams also carry profound spiritual meanings. Blue in dreams often represents peace, spiritual communication, and connection with higher dimensions. Gold can symbolize divine wisdom, spiritual enlightenment, or the presence of Christ-like energies. Green may represent healing, growth, abundance, or connection with the elemental realm. Violet often indicates spiritual transformation, transmutation of dense energies, or the development of psychic abilities. When your dreams are particularly colorful and vibrant, it usually indicates that you are receiving important energetic transmissions from higher dimensions. Dreams involving specific numbers, dates, or numerical sequences shouldn't be ignored, as they often carry spiritual codes or information about synchronicities unfolding in your life. Casey taught that numbers possess specific spiritual vibrations and can serve as keys to unlock hidden aspects of our destiny. When you repeatedly dream of the number 3, you may be being prepared for an important trinity of experiences approaching. The number 7 might indicate that you're completing an important cycle of spiritual learning. The music you hear in your dreams deserves special attention, as the sonic frequencies in the dream realm can represent celestial harmonies that your soul is tuning into. When you wake with an unfamiliar melody echoing in your mind, you may have received a composition directly from the higher realms. Casey often spoke about the music of the spheres and how our souls can access these divine frequencies during altered states of consciousness, including dreams. These dream-like musical experiences can be extremely healing and inspiring, offering vibrations that help realign your energy centers. Dreams where you see yourself at different ages, younger or older, often represent aspects of your soul that exist outside of linear time. When you dream you're a child again, you may be accessing the original purity and innocence of or revisiting important lessons from your early years that need to be reintegrated. When you dream you are much older and wiser, you may be connecting with future aspects of your evolution or accessing the wisdom of past lives where you lived to an advanced age. Dreams about temples, churches, or sacred places frequently indicate that you are being called to a greater commitment to your spiritual journey. These dream environments represent the inner temples of your own soul, sacred spaces where you can connect directly with the divine. When you find yourself praying, meditating, or participating in spiritual rituals in your dreams, your soul is genuinely engaged in these practices on subtle levels, receiving blessings and initiations that will reflect in your waking life in mysterious yet tangible ways. The presence of books, scrolls, or ancient texts in your dreams may indicate that you're being prepared to receive advanced spiritual teachings, or that you possess soul memories from lives where you were a scholar, scribe, or guardian of sacred knowledge. Casey often mentioned astral libraries, where all wisdom is preserved, and your dreams may be giving you access to these cosmic repositories of knowledge. When you wake with the feeling that you've just read something extremely important, even if you can't recall the exact words, your higher consciousness has absorbed valuable information that will influence your future decisions and intuitions. Dreams about travel often represent soul journeys through different dimensions of reality or memories of lives lived in distant locations. When you dream you're in exotic countries you've never visited, but that feel strangely familiar, your soul may be revisiting territories from previous incarnations. These dream-like travel experiences can also be preparations for future encounters with people or places that will play important roles in your current journey. Transformation is a central theme in spiritual dreams, and Edgar Casey taught that our souls are constantly undergoing metamorphosis, evolving through multiple experiences and dimensions. When you dream that you are transforming into another being, whether an animal, plant, or pure energy form, you are experiencing the fluid and multidimensional nature of your true identity. These transformation dreams often occur during periods of significant personal growth, indicating that profound changes are happening on energetic and spiritual levels, even if they are not yet evident in physical reality. Dreams about healing, whether you are healing others or being healed, often reflect both innate healing abilities you possess and healing needs within your own soul. When you dream that your hands emit healing light, you may be remembering past lives where you were a healer or developing abilities that will emerge in your current life. When you dream that you are receiving healing from luminous beings, your soul may be genuinely receiving transmissions of healing energy that will help resolve physical, emotional, or spiritual blockages. Experiences of flying in dreams deserve special attention, as they often represent not only a desire for freedom, but also genuine experiences of astral projection or soul travel. Edgar Cayce taught that during sleep, our souls naturally project to different levels of reality, and dreams of flight can be fragmented memories of these astral journeys. When you consciously control your flight in dreams, you may be developing abilities that will eventually allow for more consistent lucid dreaming and conscious astral projection. Nightmares, though uncomfortable, often represent your soul's courageous attempts to confront and heal deep trauma, ancestral fears, or karmic patterns that limit your growth. Instead of fearing these disturbing dreams, Edgar Cayce suggested that we view them as opportunities for healing and transformation. Each monster faced in a nightmare may represent an aspect of your own shadow self that needs to be integrated with love. Each terrifying situation, overcome in dreams, strengthens your courage to face similar challenges in waking life. Dreams about deceased loved ones are particularly sacred, as they often represent genuine interdimensional communications. Edgar Cayce affirmed that death does not sever the bonds of love between souls, and our departed loved ones can truly visit us through dreams. These dream encounters can bring healing to unfinished relationships, messages of guidance and comfort, or simply the reassuring certainty that love transcends physical death. When you wake from a dream with a deceased loved one, feeling deeply comforted and at peace, you likely experienced a genuine soul-to-soul encounter. The synchronicity between your dreams and waking life events is not coincidence, but evidence of the interconnected nature of all dimensions of reality. When you dream about something specific and then encounter it in real life, your higher consciousness is demonstrating its ability to access information that transcends the limitations of linear time. Edgar Cayce taught that time is an illusion of earthly experience, and our souls exist in an eternal now where past, present, and future intertwine in a cosmic tapestry of infinite possibilities. Personal symbols that repeat in your dreams over the years often represent central aspects of your spiritual mission or essential qualities of you that are trying to manifest more fully. Perhaps you always dream of a particular flower that represents your blossoming spiritual nature. Perhaps a specific bird appears repeatedly, symbolizing your soul's yearning for freedom and elevation. These personal symbols are unique gifts from your higher self, constant reminders of your true nature and divine purpose. The ability to become lucid in your dreams, that is to realize you are dreaming while still in the dream, represents an awakening of consciousness that can be developed through practice and intention. Lucid dreams offer extraordinary opportunities for conscious spiritual exploration, directed healing, and direct communication with higher aspects of your soul. Edgar Cayce encouraged the development of this ability as a way to accelerate spiritual growth and access higher dimensions of wisdom and guidance. When you set the intention, before sleep, to remember and understand, you are activating a sacred channel of communication with your higher self and spiritual guides. This simple yet powerful practice can completely transform the quality of your dream experience, making them more vivid, meaningful, and laden with spiritual guidance. Edgar Cayce frequently recommended keeping a dream journal, recording not only the images and narratives, but also the feelings and insights that accompany each dream experience. The interpretation of your own dreams should always begin with your personal feelings and associations with the symbols and situations that appear. While there are universal archetypal meanings for many dream symbols, your soul speaks a unique language, colored by your specific experiences, traumas, joys, and aspirations. A dog in your dreams may represent loyalty and protection for some people, but for someone who was bitten in childhood, It may symbolize betrayed trust or wounded confidence that needs healing. Dreams often prepare us for important choices we will face in waking life, offering the opportunity to explore different possibilities and their consequences in a safe and multidimensional environment. When you dream that you are making a crucial decision, whether about relationships, career, or spiritual journey, your soul is rehearsing these choices, exploring the energetic vibrations of different paths, and preparing your consciousness for decisions aligned with your highest good. Emotional healing frequently occurs first in dreams, where traumas can be reprocessed in an environment controlled by the higher wisdom of the soul. When you dream that you are forgiving someone who has caused you pain, or that you are being forgiven for past mistakes, real transformations are occurring at profound energetic levels. These dreams of forgiveness and reconciliation may precede significant healings in waking life relationships, or may represent the resolution of karmic patterns that have extended across multiple incarnations. Dreams of abundance, prosperity, and fulfillment often reflect your soul's natural state of plenty, reminding you that scarcity is a temporary illusion of the earthly experience. When you dream of living in a beautiful home, enjoying loving relationships, or successfully expressing your talents, your soul is tuning into the frequencies of abundance that are These dreams can serve as energetic maps, showing you the feelings and vibrations you need to cultivate to manifest greater abundance in your physical life. Experiences of distorted time and dreams, where you live years of experience in a single night, or where events from different periods of your life intermingle, reflect the timeless nature of your true identity. Edgar Cayce taught that our souls exist simultaneously in multiple dimensions and time periods, and dreams can offer glimpses of this expanded reality. When you wake up feeling like you've lived a whole lifetime in a dream, you may have experienced a genuine journey through different layers of your multidimensional existence. As we approach the end of this journey through the mysteries revealed by dreams, it becomes clear that each night offers a sacred opportunity for communion with the deepest and wisest aspects of our own soul. Dreams are portals through which we can access the infinite wisdom that resides beyond the veils of ordinary consciousness, bridges between the world of appearances and the realm of eternal truths. Edgar Cayce taught us that we are far more than we appear to be on the surface of conscious life. We are eternal souls on a journey of constant evolution, carrying within us entire libraries of experiences, wisdom, and potential developed over countless lifetimes. Dreams are one of the most direct and accessible ways we can reconnect with this inner vastness, reminding us of our true divine nature and the sacred purpose that brought us to this earthly experience. May you receive each dream as the divine gift it truly is, a love letter written by the infinite wisdom of you, always guiding you toward the full remembrance of who you truly are and why you chose to be here in this precious moment of eternity, learning, growing, and blossoming in the magnificence of your true spiritual nature. And so, I leave you with this question that echoes through the silent halls of your soul. If your dreams are windows through which your true soul whispers its deepest secrets, what truths about yourself are you ready to finally hear, accept, and embrace on your journey of awakening? Dreams are, in their purest essence, constant invitations to a sacred dialogue with the infinite wisdom that dwells within the depths of your being. They are gentle, yet persistent reminders that you are far vaster and more magnificent than any limitations you may have accepted about yourself. Each night, as you surrender to the mystery of sleep, your soul breaks free from the chains of ordinary personality and flies freely through dimensions of infinite possibility, always returning with gifts of insight, healing, and divine guidance. Edgar Cayce reminds us that there are no accidents in the spiritual universe, and this applies especially to the realm of dreams. Every image that floats through your sleeping consciousness, every emotion that awakens in your dreaming heart, every encounter that unfolds in the sacred territories of sleep, all of this is part of a larger design, a cosmic symphony of growth and awakening that your soul is orchestrating in collaboration with higher forces of love and wisdom. When you awaken in the morning, carrying fragments of your dreams, like precious pearls fished from the depths of the unconscious ocean, remember that you are holding in your hands direct messages from the divine that lives within you. These are not mere products of a sleeping mind, but sacred communications from a higher intelligence that knows your intimate journey, your deepest needs, and the most loving path to your spiritual evolution. Dreams are luminous bridges between the world you know and the worlds your soul remembers. They connect the limited experience of your every personality to the boundless vastness of your cosmic identity. Through them, you can touch, however briefly, the reality that you are simultaneously human and divine, limited and infinite, temporal and eternal. This is the most revolutionary truth dreams can reveal. You are not just a drop in the ocean of existence, but the ocean itself experiencing itself as a drop. Let your dreams be your most intimate teachers, your gentlest healers, your most trustworthy guides on this journey back to the full remembrance of who you truly are. They speak the primal language of yours, a language that transcends words and concepts, communicating directly with the heart of you through symbols, emotions, and experiences that touch the deepest fibers of you. And when you honor your dreams in this way, when you receive them as the sacred gifts they are, something magical happens. The line between waking life and dream life begins to dissolve, and you come to live with the expanded awareness that your entire existence is a divine dream unfolding, a dream in which you are simultaneously the dreamer, the dream, and the awakening,